Start of game. We are on.
Attention, the new management has announced their thought for the day. Today's thought for the day from the new management is teamwork. Teamwork or you're fired. Thank you.
Make up the set, please.
I am Cookie Masterson, and I shaved my nipples for this, so let's hurry before it grows back. Like, we need to get moving now. I bet the four of you had this day marked on your calendars for months now. Everyone's got a nice little screw. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Flavored eye drops. Why let your mouth have all the fun? Flavored eye drops.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Okay, let's not waste any more time.
Get ready, time for question 1.
To begin with, Eat, Pray, Die. Which of these Julia Roberts characters would Jack the Ripper have been most likely to savagely murder? Erin Brockovich, Vivian Ward, Tess Ocean, or Liz Gilbert? Player 1. Wait for it. Wait for it. Players 2, 3, and 4. Vivian Ward is the name of the prostitute Julia Roberts plays in Pretty Woman, and almost all of serial killer Jack the Ripper's alleged victims were female prostitutes, so he'd probably have just loved to murder her. I can see it now. He'd open the box with his knife in it, she'd reach in and he'd playfully shut it, snapping her fingers. She'd laugh, he'd laugh, then he'd kill her.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
Here's a good one. If I only had a brain trust. Suppose the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz faced off against the Wicked Witch of the West in a public debate. If he wanted to use a mighty do, attack the Wicked Witch's character rather than the issues, finishes her points. Time's a-wasting. Player 4. Players 1 and 3. A straw man argument purposefully misrepresents an opponent's town. Here's how I would debate the Wicked Witch. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the two candidates you see here tonight is a Wicked Witch. Thank you, I yield the rest of my time.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Pucker up for getting naughty, and this dis or dat leg's being tied up. Player 1, you're on the bottom, so I'm gonna let you play this dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one you tell me if it's the name of a necktie knot or the name of a sex position recommended by Women's Health magazine. If it's a necktie knot, press the square button. If it's a sex position, press the circle button. Now, the rest of you need to hear this. Lock in your answers before Player 1, because if Player 1 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the cash. Okay, let's move. The Half Windsor. The Valedictorian. The Prince Albert. The Trinity. The Chairman. The Four in Hand. It appears your score likes to be on bottom. My usual sex position is also the way I usually tie a tie, alone in front of a mirror. Here's one I like to call Shop Till Everyone Drops. Say at Christmas time, every single item at your local mall sells out. According to a popular grim fairy tale, which of these stores has the best chance to be magically stocked overnight by hardworking elves? Foot Locker, Radio Shack, Victoria's Secret, or Lens Crafters? Time is short. Player 1. Hate to disappoint you, but wait, no I don't. Nuh-uh. Player 2. In the grim fairy tale The Elves and the Cobbler, a poor shoemaker is given some much-needed help by elves who appear in the middle of the night. And while the shoemaker made a nice profit, the elves were trampled to death on Black Friday. Coming up next, Okia Dokia. If you're driving between company headquarters, which trip should be the shortest? IKEA to Kia, Kia to Nokia, Nokia to IKEA, or IKEA, Nokia, and Kia headquarters are exactly the same distance apart. Hello! Player 4. Player 1. Nokia. No Kia. Allow me. Nokia is based in Finland, and IKEA is based right next door in Sweden. Kia is based in South Korea. Whether it's phones, furniture, or cars, if it's got Kia in the name, you know it's gonna be cheap. I mean inexpensive. Inexpensive! Round 1 is complete, and it looks like player 2 has the lead. Who knows what might happen? Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. And let's see some screwing out there. You want to win, don't you? Why not try? Muscle milk was a bad choice. Say the news team from the Anchorman films decides to run a relay race against a rival news team. If Ron Burgundy is his team's anchor, when will he run? Before Brick, Brian, and Champ? After Brick and Brian, but before Champ? Before Brian and Champ, but after Brick? Or after Brick, Brian, and Champ? Time's running out. Player 1. Whammy! Player 4. In a relay race, the anchor, usually the fastest runner, goes last. And they would probably promote the race so incessantly that by the time it actually took place, you wouldn't be that interested in seeing it anymore.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Take a good look at... Guess who's Dak? Dak again. You know, I'm not an optimist, but I have to say, I feel like things have been going pretty well with the game so far.
Son, Daddy forgot about me.
Oh no, my old ventriloquist puppet, Billy O'Brien.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy, the whole creative team here decided to not include you in this game because you're too much of a troublemaker.
Troublemaker? Me? No, I just got back from traveling the world, studying all the profound teachings of titular world spiritual leaders. For instance, which titular religious group was founded by someone with the last name of Smith? Protestants, Episcopalians, Trustitarians, or Nornuns?
Watch your clock. Player 4.
And you've been excommunicated.
Players 1 and 2. The Mormon religion was founded in the 1800s by Joseph Smith.
In America.
So, which was your favorite religion you studied?
Well, I particularly like the ones that treats without reincarnation. Someday, I hope to come back as a beautiful coffee table.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here we have Orcas 11. Say I wanted to go around freeing the killer whales from every SeaWorld location in the world. How many separate rescue missions would I need to go on? 3 rescue missions, 4 rescue missions, 5 rescue missions, or 6 rescue missions? Watch your time! Player 3, let this be a lesson to you. Player 2, did you pick this on purpose? Players 1 and 4, there are 3 SeaWorlds, 1 in San Diego, 1 in San Antonio, and 1 in Orlando. So you would need to go on 3 separate rescue missions. Well, that sounds like a lot of traveling. Maybe I'll just pay that kid from Free Willy to do it. Something tells me he could use the cash. Take a stab at Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
The name of Jeff Dunham's purple-skinned puppet. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Time's almost up. Player 1. Players 2, 3, and 4. His name is Peanut. I have to admit, people who talk through ventriloquist puppets kinda creep me out.
That you talk through me.
Quiet, Billy. Stop trying to get me to kill people.
Whoa, now you're creeping me out, man.
Let's try the midnight run to the bathroom. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, how would Paul Revere secretly signal to you that he has to pee in the sea? I have to do a number 1 in a 1. I have to do a number 1 in a 2. I have to do a number 1 in a 3. Or, I have to do a number 2 in a 1. Watch the clock. Player 3. Player 4. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem, Paul Revere's Ride, Paul's signal for the British was 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And as we all know, a number 1 is a P. And Americans would have known about the British sooner if he hadn't stopped for a number 4. You don't even want to know what that is. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. This plus this equals that. What new thing do these combine to make? Good luck. Player 4, that win was like a limp handshake. Next time you meet somebody, give them a firm grip, look them straight in the eye and say,
You don't know Jack!
Welcome, my name is Cookie, and I'm the only person in this game you can trust. Well, I promised myself I'd never host another 4-player game, but I'll make an exception for you 4. Let's do this! This is round 1. You'll get 500 points for everyone you fool, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Select a category. Okay, here's your first question. In 2004, the Train Corporation sold pillows in Japan that were designed to combat loneliness. They were shaped like a blank. Now use your device to type a lie that might fool the other players into believing it. If you get stuck, for half the points you can use the Lie For Me button and get a suggestion. Do it now! Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and enter it on your device. Pick something! Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, nothing says I'm not lonely like sleeping on a pair of disembodied legs. And nobody fell for some of these ingenious lies. Alright, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. One of Kim Jong-il's many titles was Invincible and Ever-Triumphant General and Highest Incarnation of the Revolutionary Comradely blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up! Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, what did everyone pick? Well, don't you feel foolish. Or IAETGAHIOTRCL for short. And we're done. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. During the 1990s, teachers in North Korea were, oddly enough, required to know how to blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry! All right, where's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. Even in the classroom, North Koreans are pro-torture. And the rest of the board goes unselected. This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled. Exciting. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. In 1990, before Everybody Loves Raymond, actor Peter Boyle starred in a failed TV pilot called Blank, about a cop who turns into a talking bulldog. Type in your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. All right, who picked what? And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. King Henry IV of Castile had the embarrassing nickname Henry the Blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry! Hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. All right, let's see what everybody picked. Nice truth finding, everybody. And that means... Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. The Kila Raipur Sports Festival, held annually in Punjab, India, has many odd and dangerous events, including one where the participants lay on the ground and get blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up! Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, which one's the truth? Final fibbage. This is your final question, and it's worth triple. It's anybody's game. Okay, here is your final fibbage question. Former First Lady Barbara Bush wrote an official apology letter to this fictional character in 1990. Enter your lies now. Hurry! Hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. All right, where's the truth? Okay, what did everyone pick? The letter said, "I'm sorry I had a cow." And that means some of these didn't get picked.
How goes it? And welcome to Lie Swatter, the massive true or false trivia game. We can accommodate a huge number of players in a game. Although I suppose it's not the size of the player lobby that matters, it's what you do with it. All right then, before we get started, don't forget, new players can go to this website, and enter this room code to join the game at any time. Let's begin. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from the following fact categories. A state prison in Nevada had a casino for its inmates for over 30 years. Use your device to pick whether you think the fact is true or a lie. Sharks are over 1 trillion years old. Andy Warhol lived inside of a life-sized Monopoly hotel for 6 months at a MoMA exhibit. Martin Luther King Jr. was in an art class with Bob Ross. The only thing Shakespeare left his wife in his will was his second best bed. There are more kangaroos in Sweden than Australia. The Twitter logo was drawn by Pauly Shore. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round 1. Here are your next 7 fact categories. Satan wine is made by a vineyard next to an active volcano. Kim Basinger was kicked out of PETA for dressing her cat as a firefighter. Ralph Waldo Emerson invented the lawn chair. The groundhog in the film Groundhog Day was actually a dequilled porcupine. Vibrator is the second most searched word on Amazon.com. In Michigan, cars can't be sold on Sundays. King Charles II of England made and drank a tincture made from human skulls. Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is Friday the 13th. Try to figure out which of these Friday the 13th facts are true and which are lies. Due to the leap year, Friday the 13th sometimes lands on a Saturday. The McRib sandwich is always released on Friday the 13th. Every presidential assassination happened on Friday the 13th. U.S. businesses lose $800 million every Friday the 13th. The original Friday the 13th movie was released on Friday the 9th. The Olsen twins were born on Friday the 13th. Calendars in Newfoundland do not include Friday the 13th. Let's see the final scores. It's time for another game of Lie Swatter. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. A man named James Cameron died on the Titanic. A spider has a small orgasm every time it bites something. Fanta released a milky soda called Moo Moo White in Japan. When including rain, there is more fresh water than salt water on Earth. The world's most expensive tea is made using panda droppings. Mr. Rogers was an ordained minister. Shaquille O'Neal won an NCAA title with the LSU men's volleyball team. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round 1. Here are your new fact categories. A Navi was added in the background of a scene in Titanic 3D. Chicago, Illinois was put on jacks and raised around 10 feet in the mid-1800s. A Until recently, German businesses could deduct bribes from their taxes. Jim Beam is Jack Daniels' brother-in-law. Viking warriors pulled out their front teeth to intimidate enemies. Vietnamese money is called dong. A prisoner escaped from Alcatraz by dissolving the lock with pineapple juice. Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is Oscar winners. Do you know which of these movies really won Oscars and which ones we're just lying about? Taxi Driver. Mrs. Doubtfire. Citizen Kane. Norbit. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Harry and the Hendersons. The Shining. Let's see the final scores.